These are the 5 best apps that I recommend you download immediately. Hey guys, Cliff Olson, Doctor of Audiology and founder of Applied Hearing Solutions in Phoenix, Arizona, and in this video, I'm going to share some of my favorite apps if you have hearing loss or tinnitus. Now, I'm part of what you would call the Xennial generation. This is the generation of individuals who was born between roughly 1977 and 1983. The name Xennial was derived from a combination of Generation X and Millennial because we are sandwiched right in between these two generations. Xennials clearly have all of the best characteristics of both of these generations, but none of the negatives. Of course, I'm kidding when I say that, but one thing that is definitely true about Xennials is that we grew up without technology, and then we had to start learning about technology roughly around high school and college. That being said, I was definitely not an early adopter of technology. It took me till 2017 before I purchased my first smartphone. However, now that I actually own a smartphone, I've taken advantage of every single app that I can think of when it comes to hearing and tinnitus. So I figured that I'd share with you guys what my favorite apps are. But before I do me a huge favor, click the like button, really helps out the channel. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on, go ahead and do that as well. It is greatly appreciated. And let me know down in the comment section which apps you find to be most beneficial for your hearing loss and tinnitus. Okay, so the first app on my list is the Decibel X Pro Sound Meter. Essentially, a sound level meter is a device that measures how much sound is in your environment, typically in decibels. But an app like Decibel X takes this to a completely different level. As you can see, not only does it give you a measure of how much sound is in your environment, but you can do a lot of different things inside of this app. And one of my favorite things that you can do is go over to the dosimeter. If you find yourself in noisy environments for prolonged periods of time, the dosimeter will basically tell you if you're at risk for hearing loss. I think when a lot of people think of noise, they just think about how loud that noise is. They don't really think about how long the duration of that noise is, and anytime that you're subjected to noise, you need to be thinking about both intensity and duration. You can actually use the dosimeter inside of the Decibel X app to determine if you are at risk for noise over the course of a long period of time. So if you go to a sporting event or a concert, or you just happen to work in a noisy environment, you can use the dosimeter inside of the Decibel X app to determine if you are at risk for noise-induced hearing loss. Now, when it comes to actually hearing in noisy environments, one thing that I love about this app is that you can actually go over and take a measure of the decibel level in your environment, and you can actually take a photo of this as well. So if I were to just go ahead and hold this up to the screen here, you can see me talking to the camera, and you can see the decibel level of my voice as I'm speaking. But you can take either a snapshot or a video of this, and you can take it into your hearing care professional so they can see exactly how much noise you're in and what type of environment that you're in, so they can counsel you appropriately and so they can optimize your hearing aid program settings for you. I absolutely love when patients come in with objective data to their appointments so I can do my job better. One other really cool thing about this app, as I get out of this snapshot feature, is going over to the settings and enabling the loud noise detection. So this would actually give me a warning anytime that sound exceeded a certain decibel level. Right now I have it set to 90, and you can see there that it gave me a warning that I'm actually talking louder than 90 decibels. And if I were to increase that though to 130 decibels, I can pretty much talk as loud as I want to, and it's not going to register and give me a warning here. But if I take it down to really low levels, at 60 decibels, which is softer than average level speech, you can see that it's going to give me warnings constantly. So you actually want to take that to a level that you want to make sure warns you if you're in danger, but doesn't warn you just for regular sounds in your environment. I absolutely love the Decibel X app, and the Pro version only costs you around 30 bucks a year, and I happen to think it's totally worth it. If you're questioning whether or not it's worth it, they do have a 3-day trial that you can use the full Pro version of this app and see if it's something that you want to pay for. Okay, so the second app on my list is Lace AI Pro. Lace AI Pro is an auditory training app that's like physical therapy for your ears. It literally trains your brain how to hear better. It has several training modules, including speech and noise, working memory, and rapid speech training. Each of these modules have been designed to improve how well your brain processes sound information that it receives from your ears, whether you have a hearing loss or not. I recommend that all of my patients do auditory training using the Lace AI Pro app after I fit them with hearing aids, because it maximizes their overall performance in just 10 to 15 minutes of training per day. This app can even take the voice of someone that you personally struggle with, like your spouse, a child, or a family friend, and use their voice as part of the training thanks to the artificial intelligence. This app is backed by over 20 years of clinical research to significantly improve how well you hear with hearing aids or without. Now, to use the app, you have to purchase a lifetime license that gives you access to the app and any future improvements that they make in it. The cost of this app is roughly around $500 retail, but I do have a significant discount code and link to the app that I will put in the description for Dr. Cliff channel subscribers. Of course, I also have several detailed review videos of the Lace AI Pro app on my channel if you want to check those out as well. The third app on my list of best apps is InnoCaption. Now, I know that Apple devices and Android devices already have closed captions built into the settings of those devices, but InnoCaption is captioning on steroids. By default, the captioning inside of InnoCaption is auto caption, but if you're struggling with the auto caption, you can actually switch it over to a live captioner. One crazy feature is that if you're having difficulty speaking, you can actually type in what you want to say, hit send, and then it will actually verbalize what you typed in to the person on the other end of the line. You can even adjust the language of the captioning. So let's just say that English isn't your first language and I'm on a call with you and you're having trouble understanding what I'm saying. You can switch the captioning over to whatever your native language is if it's included inside of InnoCaption, and even though you're hearing me in English, it will caption it in your native language. InnoCaption will also save the transcription of your phone call so you can reference it later if you want to. There's even a feature that allows you to close caption calls that you receive on your landline home phone. That is, if you still own a landline home phone. It takes a few minutes to get you set up with InnoCaption, but once you're in InnoCaption, you can actually do a training call so you feel familiar with how to interact with the app when you're on a real life phone call. All right, let's go ahead and call Ashley to see how well InnoCaption works.
Hello.
Hey Ashley, how's it going?
Going good.
Awesome. Hey, what are we gonna have for dinner tonight?
I think that we should have chicken with some rice and broccoli.
Oh, that sounds delicious. I totally agree. Hey, listen, I have to see how well this typing to voice goes. So I'm gonna type in my next response here, but what time do you want to have dinner?
6:30. Awesome. Well, I guess I will see you at dinner.
All right, love you. Talk to you later.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye. The best part is the captioning service inside of InnoCaption is paid for by the FCC. That's right, this is your tax dollars hard at work for you if you happen to have hearing difficulties. All right, the fourth app on my list is the Widex Zen Tinnitus App. This tinnitus app is great if you're looking for different masking sounds or if you're looking for guided relaxation, breathing, and sleep exercises. They have 12 different masking sounds inside of the app. Most of them are more environmental sounds. I personally like the Zen fractal tones that they have in here that are mixed with different environmental sounds, and you have the standard pink and brown noises. What's really cool is that you can actually go in here and set a timer to have that tone play for a certain period of time and then have it shut off. So if you want to use this when you're going to bed but you don't want it to play all night, you can set the timer to make it shut off when you want it to. All right, so under the Relaxation tab here at the bottom, it can take you through these guided experiences for deep breathing, progressive muscle relaxation, and guided imagery. Basically, a voice comes on and walks you through these different exercises. Let me go ahead and play you a quick example.
Let's begin. Sit comfortably with your back straight. Put one hand on your chest and the other on your stomach. Clear your mind. Breathe normally. Now let's practice slowing down your breath. Inhale with a slow count of 2. 1, 2. Exhale with a slow count of 2. 1, 2.
Not bad. Under the sleep tab, you get the same type of thing. You tap on the sleep exercise button and you get a guided experience for that as well. Helps you fall asleep really easily at night. And under the Learn tab, they have a bunch of different resources in here where you can learn about tinnitus. And surprisingly, this app is totally free to use. And the fifth app on my list of best apps for hearing loss and tinnitus is the OTO app. Some people call it the OTO app. I don't really know what it is, to be honest. OTO is a self-guided cognitive behavioral therapy app for individuals with tinnitus. tinnitus. Just like most tinnitus apps, it has different masking sounds inside of it that you can use to drown out the perception of your tinnitus. However, it also incorporates guided cognitive behavioral therapy sessions that are clinically proven to improve your tinnitus. They have an entire 6-module cognitive behavioral therapy training program that has hours of content that you can go through at your own pace. Research has also shown that using cognitive behavioral therapy inside of the OTO app is equivalent to going to a professional to do this for you. It also has the ability for you to take a tinnitus assessment right inside of the app using the Tinnitus Functional Index. This way you can track your progress of how well cognitive behavioral therapy is working for you. The basic version of this app is completely free, but if you want access to the pro version of this app, you have to go through a free consultation with one of their audiologists. If you want to do that free consultation to discuss the cost of the pro version of the app, by all means go ahead and do so. Just don't let them talk you into purchasing online hearing aids to address your tinnitus. Because as you know, it is impossible to properly treat your hearing loss and tinnitus with hearing aids purchased online. You'd be better off going to moderntinnitus.co and finding a Modern Tinnitus Specialty Center in your area. Modern Tinnitus Specialty Centers have a wide variety of different tinnitus treatment options, including biometric monitoring to prove how well those treatments are working for you. That being said, whether you go with the basic version or the pro version of the OTO app, you really can't go wrong. And there you go. Those are my favorite apps for individuals who have hearing loss and tinnitus. If you try out any of these apps, let me know what you think about them, and as always, I'll see you next time.